From a horrifying butane explosion injuring 11 firefighters, to a fire caused by a major explosion at a paint factory, these are the times when firefighters faced massive fireballs. On the morning of January 23, 2024, Engine 54 and Brush 54 responded to a backyard doghouse fire on Timms Road, South Carolina. By the time crews arrived, flames had spread into the attic. But just under 10 minutes later, it was all gone. That wasn't the only time things heated up unexpectedly. On June 1st, 2025, firefighters from LA, Beverly Hills, and the county rushed to a big RV fire on San Vicente, just south of La Cienega. The flames were huge and close to Beverly Hills, so extra help was called in. Just months earlier, another major fire made headlines in Australia. This fire broke out at a paint factory in Dandenong South on December 8, 2023, after a major explosion during chemical unloading. One worker didn't make it, 4 others were hurt, and over 100 firefighters spent hours trying to get it under control. Not long after that, another disaster hit the roads. This truck burst into a huge fireball after crashing at high speed on the highway. A bus slammed into the back of a 55-year-old man's truck full of flammable material. While the flames were extinguished a few minutes later, the driver had already lost his life at that point. And if that wasn't intense enough, even a training session turned unexpectedly real. Firefighters got more than they bargained for during training when a huge fireball erupted. Thankfully, they came prepared. Around the same time, another training burn got intense in Raleigh. During a live fire training on Leesville Road in North Carolina, flames suddenly grew to a point no one expected. Not long after that, crews faced the real thing when a house went up in flames. Firefighters showed up to find a one-story home already filled with flames. They tried going in but had to back out and fight it from outside. While things got a little crazier at first, they got it all under control in 20 minutes. Another fire broke out, this time hitting local businesses hard. The fire destroyed 3 businesses, including a brand new Mexican herbal shop. Flames tore through the whole building. Meanwhile, an early morning car fire kept crews busy in a different part of town. Around 3 a.m. on October 29, 2024, firefighters found 2 cars fully on fire and another just starting, plus a burning tree. An agonizing 3 minutes later, while the cars were totaled, no humans were hurt, physically anyway. But things got way more serious with the massive LA fire. On January 8, 2025, the Palisades fire tore through Los Angeles, burning over 15,000 acres and destroying more than 1,000 buildings. Not long after, another training burn took a dangerous turn. During a training burn, thick smoke suddenly turned into a full blast of flames. Some fires spread in shocking ways, like how this one. On June 9, 2021, crews battled a house fire on Rochelle Drive. Strong winds made things worse fast. But thankfully, everyone got out safely before the roof caved in. Just days later, another fire flared up, this time near the train tracks behind a lumber yard. On June 18, 2021, a small fire by the tracks behind American Lumber turned into a major blaze, spreading into lumber racks. It grew fast, pulling crews from all over to help out. Two years later, another fast-moving house fire broke out, this time in Ashland. On June 3, 2023, firefighters showed up to a house fire on Center Street. Flames were already going strong, but crews jumped in fast to handle the situation. In an earlier call-out, crews tackled a major townhome fire in the middle of the night. Around 1:45 a.m. on May 22, 2021, crews from Modesto, Ceres, and Stanislaus responded to a big fire at Scenic Drive and Rose Avenue. Flames were pouring from two townhomes here. Another tough one hit Broadway, Manchester, where crews jumped on a fire near a two-story apartment. On July 5, 2023 in Broadway, Manchester, a fire broke out near a two-story apartment. Crews got there fast, tackled burning cars and trash, and kept it from spreading.
Yeah, I've got you on that single family. What are your needs over there? And have you made access? Cleared on the two-story.
Not long after, a call for a trash fire turned out to be something much bigger. Around 2:30 a.m., firefighters rolled up to a trash fire but found garages fully on fire. More crews showed up fast, going at the fire from all angles. They knocked it down in 20 minutes. Not long after, another garage fire kept crews on their toes. On October 2, 2019, Stockton firefighters worked tirelessly to stop a fence and garage fire before it could spread to the house.
Temper fire under control at 303. Confirming stop in the clock.
Yeah, door.
A while later, crews in Pennsylvania had their hands full with a tough house fire. On April 1, 2021, GoPro footage showed firefighters in Arnold working hard to put out a very difficult house fire. Right after that, Modesto crews dealt with a fire of their own. The firefighters jumped on a pigeon coop fire, and things were really getting out of hand. Meanwhile, in Tulsa, firefighters responded to a house fire with heavy smoke. Before firefighters arrived, thick smoke was already billowing from a house fire in Tulsa. Crews rushed in fast to handle the fire and keep everyone safe, but even they didn't know if they were going to succeed in doing so. Firefighters also handled a fire in Shelton. On January 14, 2021, Shelton firefighters rushed to a kitchen fire. The fire spread fast, forcing them outside. Two firefighters got stuck during the cleanup but were okay, and the fire was controlled. The next call took crews to Stockton, where 2 homes were already on fire. With backup from nearby stations, they hit it hard and fast, stopping the flames before it got worse.
Kepler, I need a second. Command post across the street. Porter Command, your second alarm assignment is engine 4 and engine 9. Porter Command, you're 11 minutes into your incident.
Meanwhile, in Brick Township, around 1 a.m., crews showed up to a house fire with flames in the back. Crews quickly got water on it and stopped the spread. Over in Detroit, firefighters faced a much bigger challenge. They showed up to find a huge vacant church totally on fire. Engine 17 got to work fast, pulling hose and hitting the flames. While crews handled that big fire, others were busy putting out a shed fire nearby. On December 25, 2021, firefighters showed up to a shed fire on East Archer Street and didn't waste a second. Fires kept coming in, and crews stayed busy tackling each one. On July 3, 2023, a hedge fire next to an apartment spread fast, despite neighbors trying with garden hoses. It was up to the firemen to put an end to it. In another incident, fire crews in Oregon City responded just as quickly. They jumped on a house fire fast, hitting it hard. Elsewhere, another crew faced intense flames head-on. A firefighter's helmet cam caught the action as crews in Palmyra, Ohio teamed up inside a burning home, working together to tackle the flames.
Move over here and put this shit out in the corner.
In another intense situation, firefighters faced dangerous conditions early in the morning. They showed up to a house fire with flames coming through the roof. One firefighter fell partly through the floor but was pulled out and treated for minor burns. Not long after, another crew faced a fully involved house fire. C-shift firefighters showed up to a house in East Cleveland already fully on fire. Helmet cam footage shows them jumping into action. At another scene, crews faced a large house fire with several hazards. This large house caught fire in the evening. Crews nearby quickly hooked up to a water source and used 3 hoses to knock down flames and protect nearby homes. 1 gas tank exploded, a few others burned, and 2 were safely removed. It was a whole operation. Not far off, another house fire drew a fast response. Lakewood police got a call about a house fire with flames out the windows. Fire crews nearby jumped in, quickly got water on the fire, and worked for over an hour. In a different part of Ohio, another fire broke out on Halloween 2016. A house fire broke out in Newark, Ohio. 1 person was home but got out safely. Fire crews used 4 hoses and knocked it down with no injuries.
Command line 2, I've got rescue 1 bringing a backup line in behind you.
A couple of years later, another intense fire broke out in Stockton. On April 28, 2018, a big apartment fire in Stockton forced people to jump from balconies. Fire crews rescued someone through a window and fought tough flames fueled by hidden spaces and gas.
How's it looking now? Still got a little fire in the air. Right above you.
At a different time and place, crews responded quickly to another fire. A fire broke out on West Avenue on October 26th. Crews got there fast, jumped into action, and kept it from spreading. Nearby, crews responded to a large fire at the Old Firehouse Winery. Crews rolled up to the massive fire. Flames were ripping, so backup was called. They knocked it down fast and spent hours cleaning up. In a more dangerous situation, LAFD crews faced a powerful explosion downtown. The crews got caught in a huge blast at a weed oil factory downtown. A butane explosion rocked the place, injuring 11 firefighters. 3 of them ended up in critical condition.
We have 8 firefighters injured on the sidewalk. Cars from truck 9 working on a parked car.
Copy that. Give me the parked car. I copy 8 firefighters. We have a medical group set up.
In a separate case, Stockton crews ran into a grow house too, this one hidden behind a house fire. Crews showed up to a house and trees engulfed in flames. They put it out fast, then found a hidden grow house in a garage that caught everyone off guard.
Engine 6. Power camp, command battalion 2. I'm on Sabrina Street, 1 street to the south beam on the seaside.
10-4. We got a lot of inverse blowing that way. So you've got 2 engines coming to you. Use them however you need them.
Another fire kept Stockton crews on their toes, this time over on Morrison. During a busy 48-hour shift, Stockton crews hit their second fire. Flames were spreading, entry was tricky, and even though they were exhausted, they got in fast and knocked it down.
Second area is complete. 10-4, secondary complete. Engine 2 captain still at ISO. Have you figured out what's on fire over there on the silver side? 10-4, just track. I don't believe north. If we got 2 engines coming in, they got another box north. If we can release them to head north, that'd be great.
Not long after, dealt with a house explosion that turned into a rescue situation. On January 20th, 2021, Cy-Fair crews got called to a house fire after an explosion. But this one was more than saving a building. A father and daughter's lives were on the line. Another explosion sent crews racing to a garage fire in Ohio. In early June 2024, a garage fire with an explosion broke out in Ravenna. Crews quickly knocked it down with foam. A backup engine had to come in to help.
Yeah.
Just a couple weeks later, another fire call came in, this time for a house fully involved. On June 20th, 2024, firefighters were called to a house fire after multiple 911 calls. Crews got there fast, hit it hard from outside, then moved in and put it out. A year before that, Houston crews had their hands full with back-to-back fires. In early March 2023, one broke out on Buck Street with heavy smoke visible from downtown. Multiple engines and ladders jumped in to help fast. A few years earlier, firefighters faced a different kind of challenge. On March 13, 2019, crews responded to a house fire after reports of someone inside threatening to start it. Flames and smoke were heavy, but firefighters knocked it down in 40 minutes.
From my standpoint, you got heavy pressurized fires.
A year earlier, things didn't look too different. On July 13, 2018, firefighters handled a house fire on Franciscan Avenue. Crews put it out fast, then stayed on the scene for about an hour checking for hot spots and cleaning up. They weren't about to take any chances.
Command copy, utilities guys. Control to command. Yeah, PG&E, gas, let's respond.
10-4.
Ready for the blower? 10-4, let's fire the blower up.
4 years later, another fire kept crews busy. Just after midnight on July 20th, 2022, firefighters tackled an apartment fire with flames on both floors. The building had hazards inside, but crews handled it safely.
Oh, yeah. You scared for those sketch?
Dude, I was creeping. They was behind me and I went, no.
Going back a few years, firefighters faced another tough fire at a massive store. In a furniture store with lots of flammable items, a massive fire broke out on December 21st, 2016. North Hudson crews hit a 5-alarm response. It ended up being the right call because this fire would have been impossible to beat otherwise. Years later, another fire lit up LA and called for quick action. A big commercial building caught fire at 82nd and Western. The Los Angeles Fire Department went defensive fast, set up heavy streams, and knocked it down in under an hour. And if you like this video, then you might like a similar one on the left or my newest upload on the right.